What if you could just describe the app that you want to build and watch it come to life in your browser? No local setup, no terminal commands, no configuring a database. Just type what you want and it builds. With Bolt, the prototype is the product. So, how does it work? Bolt.new is a full stack web and mobile app builder powered by AI, and it runs entirely in your browser. Simply open it up and describe what you want. For example, build a task tracker app with user authentication and a database. Let's use the enhance prompt feature so that we can better structure this prompt and the agent can comprehend it. We'll choose the AI model powering the agent. So let's change over to Opus 4.6. Next, we have the option to build out these components from scratch, or we can take them from an underlying design system. Using the Bolt design system agent, we can build our own with PDFs, websites, NPM packages, etc. Or we can use some of these open source versions. For this, I'm going to use ShadCN. Finally, let's put it in plan mode so the agent can ask us any clarifying questions it may have before building out the project. Once we're happy with this initial prompt, let's go ahead and build it out. A minute later, and the agent has come up with this comprehensive plan. It wants to install dependencies, create a database schema and policies, create a responsive layout with mobile support, and more. The agent summarizes its plan and asks us a few key clarifying questions. With those questions answered, we'll turn it off plan mode and we'll send off the build. A few minutes later, and it's completed all of these tasks, showing us a preview of the live app alongside it. Let's go ahead and test out the sign up flow. Create account. And just like that, we've logged into the newly created dashboard. At any point, we can toggle from preview over to code and see all of the underlying code. If you need to interact with the terminal manually, you've got that option down here as well. You can see that this icon is blue, indicating that the database is connected. Click on this to see your database settings, where you can now see the tables that it's created in the database, our data, and also the policies behind these. Bolt databases use Figma-based to power them under the hood, so they're secure using row-level security, performant, and scalable. We can always check our database logs, perform a security audit with one click, or claim the Bolt database to our Figma-based account if we wish. Jumping back into the app, let's test it out. Create task. Notice because we chose the ShadCN design system, when I open up something like the date picker, it's using their pre-built date picker component. Choosing to build with a design system like this means you're bringing in components which have already considered accessibility, responsiveness, and performance. Notice that when I select the date, it doesn't actually minimize the date picker. So let's remember this and we'll prompt the agent in a sec. Create task. Notice it even creates a toast showing that the task was created. With the server function task created, let's check the database. Let's open the tasks table. We're seeing all of these because we chose to precede the database with some tasks. But if we scroll to the bottom, here we can see server function, the one that we just added, showing that it's successfully writing to the database. Whenever I implement a new feature, I like to test it out completely. So let's mark it as done. Yes, task completed, looks good. Let's try and edit the task. Save changes, and the name and priority has been successfully edited. To add new features or make adjustments to your app, simply ask the Bolt agent. Here it's important to be specific and reference the component directly. For example, when creating a new task and I select the date using the date picker, after clicking a new date, the date picker should disappear. Now, if it's a complicated ask, often I'll turn into plan mode, but for something simple like this, we can just prompt it directly. Every time the agent finishes working, it creates a new version. Here you can see an auto-populated name with the date. To go back to previous versions, simply come up here and go into version history. You can rename your versions, you can bookmark them, and you can even click on them to restore old versions. Let's see how well it works. Pick a date, and now we can see it collapses after selecting a date. Speaking of versions, Bolt has version control managed by GitHub. On the top right, select the GitHub icon, create a new repository, and every new version will be saved as a commit to that Git repo. To unlock domains and hosting and analytics, you've got to publish your project. To do that, it's simple. Click on Publish. It will run the security scan. If any issues have been detected, we can review this. Ask Bolt to fix. It picked up an inconsistency in the row-level security policy of the user's profile table, so it's fixing that now. Now that the database security has been fixed, let's go ahead and publish. And just like that, we can click on the link and view the live site. Let's explore some of the settings. It's easy to change the subdomain of Bolt.host. I'll save it as tasktracker.bolt.host. You can also buy a new domain directly here or connect a domain that you own with DNS settings. Bolt Cloud offers analytics as well. In authentication, you can enable your users to sign in using Google. Let's quickly look at the prompt library. Here are 20 plus prompts that have been pre-configured to improve things like SEO and accessibility. We can open them by clicking plus, open prompt library, or simply by typing the / key. To save time, tokens, and help your agent perform better, it's good to clear your agent's context between any major features. Let's clear the context. Bolt also makes creating server functions incredibly simple. Let's say you want an LLM to automatically generate the description for one of your tasks. Here's our prompt. When creating a new task, add a button in the description that says Auto Generate. Please use Claude Sonnet 4.5 model to generate a description of the task based on the title that's been written above. Do web research on how to call Sonnet 4.5 correctly. Because Sonnet 4.5 is relatively new and probably released after the agent's knowledge cutoff, I'm asking it to use a tool and do web research on how to implement this. Let's plan this out and build. The Bolt agent has the ability to spin off sub-agents, so here you can see it's researching the code base and Sonnet 4.5 API in parallel. The plan is finished, and this is a great example showing why I like to use plan mode. It'll often ask you clarifying questions about edge cases which you may not have considered. For example, should the auto-generate button also be available on the edit task form or only when creating a new task? To which I'll answer these questions, turn it off plan mode, and build. The agent's finished working, and now it's asking us for an Anthropic API key. Let's click Open Secret Settings. We'll paste the API key, and here we can save it securely to the server without exposing them to the public. Create secret. Secret's created successfully. Now let's jump over to our server function settings, and here we can see the Generate Description server function has been deployed. To view the server function logs, we can click View Logs, and to see the server function itself, come into Code, come into Supabase, Open Functions, and in Generate Description, we can see the index file. Double clicking into this, we can see the model it's using and the system prompt to generate the description. Let's test it out. Implement dark mode, auto generate. And there we go. Our description has been generated using Sonnet 4.5. It's as simple as that to securely call APIs from your web app. Now let's work on the UI. It seems as though the agent has already added light and dark mode, which is working. Let's fix this overextended dividing line by taking a screenshot of this area. And we can drop that screenshot directly into the agent chat, using that as context. Also, let's move the sidebar collapse and dark mode button into the sidebar. Here's our prompt. Let's enhance it and build. Another great capability is that the Bolt agent is multimodal, so we can copy an image and paste that in the agent chat to use as inspiration. Let's prompt these 4 cards at the top to look more like the screenshot provided. Plan and build. Just like that, the agent's been able to restyle these cards based on that screenshot provided from the inspiration image that we used. You can also seamlessly bring in designs from Figma by copying the frame URL and choosing Import from Figma. Here, you paste the frame URL and press Import, allowing the agent to now use that Figma frame as context. The final thing we'll touch on in this demo are connectors. These are powered by Anthropic's Model Context Protocol under the hood. By establishing a connection with an external platform, it enables you to use tools within that platform. For this Notion example, once configured, you can perform all of these tools, allowing you to fetch data from Notion and equally push it back into Notion. We also allow you to configure any custom remote MCP server too. Let's double check our connector is configured by clicking plus, connectors, and here we can see it's toggled on. For example, here's our prompt. Please look at my Notion page called Task List and bring in all the tasks from there into the Bolt database. And just like that, we've pulled Notion data here into the Bolt database. A couple more great examples of using connectors include mapping out your sitemap on a Miro board or bringing in components from other GitHub repositories. I couldn't cover it all, but I highly recommend going through the rest of our settings to see what Bolt is capable of. Thanks for watching and all the best building out your project in Bolt.